Hey, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakah, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching it truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, it's Talia coming back once again. Inside, injured still, you know, maybe more, a couple of more weeks. The end of this month, maybe I'll be all healed up. But until then, can be maneuvering around, busy subways and Ubers and stuff like that. Not until I'm fully like mobile. But getting into it, you know, hey, what can I say? Esau is Esau. He's about to bring it once again on another front, implementing this MOTB fully. And yeah, he's pulling out all the stops now. What we've been told from Yahweh Shai through the elder apostles and the elder bishops in the camps, okay, the heads of camps, okay, that the system would come by a way of, them uh just like the cattle herders do, they're putting you in a choke point, so to speak. And the choke points are all coming uh, primarily aimed at the tribes, but it's going to take out uh, Edom too as collateral damage. I'll say that because these things that they implemented, man, ooh, it's no way over or under. Okay, to the kingdom of heaven. All right, and you will be hit with the hour of temptation because it's no way over or under Esau Edom's pseudo kingdom of hell. All right, because now people have to understand now what's going on is they're just bringing it out blatantly. They don't care anymore. There's no need to be coded about their dealings with Satan himself. Okay, on the left hand side, because all their lives are exhausted at this point, man. And if you're not picking that up, then you're not really plugged into the truth. All right, and you're not being sincere in teaching the truth. And the groups that do that, all right, because they have took the bag. Well, I'm here to tell you that the bag no longer matters. All right, because what they do is they run these test runs first. Okay, and the test runs consist of trying it on a select group of people. All right, and the select group of people that they want to try this out on are the tribes. All right, the ones that snuck across the border, so to speak. And there was people over here way before that influx of the tribes came crossing the border, all right, because they're not immigrants, all right. Those are the 10 tribes that were sent away or sold away from an oppressive uh, ruler, the Assyrian ruler Shalmaneser, okay, and came to a land that no other people knew, which was hit Osroth, all right. So within that, those people are not illegal anything. Those people are indigenous to the shores of Asaroth. Okay, and Asaroth goes from Canada all the way down to South America. Okay, so enough. All right. So the trap that they're laying the snare to is this. I'll get it. All right. And this is what, you know, we would start. This was gonna happen, man. Everything that was told to us through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Salaki for that. That's the reverb off of this window. I put up the shade, everybody can see it. So I had to let it down when I have lights in here, but I digress. But yeah, so this is the snare that's coming. All right. And like I said, a lot of these Edomites are going to be taken up in this snare as well. All right. So it says US banks warned by feds about risk tied to a legal migrant workforce. All right. So that's a dog whistle, okay, to tell you know, the people, right, the upper echelons at best, I would say that, right? But towards the middle class, it's no more. It's about to be only poor and rich. Okay, the systems are not on here. Right, you have a major wealth gap in between migrants and thieves that came to the shores of America. All right, which is Esau, Edom. All right, so now they telling people what they're about to do. Okay, blatantly, because they can't lie about it anymore. Remember, Donald Trump came in and said no more talks about CBDCs, and then he comes around and then he talks about stable coins. I mean, make it make sense, man. Right? These people are maniacal, and they will stop at nothing to try to get their enterprise off the ground. Okay, but these are the warnings. The warnings have to come. All right, that's what we was put out there to do. All right, as watchmen. All right, on the highways and byways, even on the net here. Okay, as I'm currently using, as I always do. But I usually be out on the highways and byways, but due to my current injury, right? But one day at a time, man, the Lord's teaching me something, man, patience or something, you know? Yeah, so it says the U.S. Treasury on Friday warned American financial institutions to remain vigilant against risks the federal government says are associated with the employment and hiring of immigrants who entered and are living in the United States illegally. All right, Treasury Department officials warn U.S. banks and officials institutions are often accessed by employers who hire and then conceal the employment of migrants who are not authorized to work in the U.S. The hiring practices, the Treasury said, give these employers an unfair advantage over legitimate U.S. businesses, okay, and facilitates the identity theft of Americans who steal tax revenue meant for government benefit programs. All right. And basically they trying to stop all under the table work, okay, by corporations or LLCs. I say LLCs. LLCs can do this. Okay. They can put in legitimate workers but pay somebody under the table. Right? But they've known about this for years. And this is not a marvel. This is just a way to clamp down on taking your financial freedoms away from you, right? Because like I said, they're trying to push you into these stable coins or CBDCs. That's what they name officially. All right, not a stable coin. All right, and the whole world is getting ready to deal in this manner. All right, you have the collapse of governments happening as I'm speaking to you right now. Okay, Albania and other countries. Albania is being the newest. All right, France being one, England being another one. And Isaiah 19 is going to happen. Okay, whether you like it or not. But these are the predictable moves of E that were foretold by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so Yahweh told Yahweh Shai, then he told the apostles, okay, and then the gospel was supposed to be spread forth, all right, and a part of that gospel is you know, what is the the MOTB, right, the biggest mystery, but it's not now, okay, and watching last week's what's that, last week's videos, uh, highways and byways of the elder apostles. All right, the questions that were asked, I always reference to I Robot, when that had a scientist character, he was killed, and that the hologram said it's not the what he said. It's not the it's not the questions you ask. It's how you ask the question, right? Those questions were coming back to the elder apostles in the way of the microchip being the fourth industrial revolution, and how it ties into the people and the internet of everything or things. Okay, so this thing can't be turned away. All right, and this is another means to take away people's money just blatantly out of the blue, because basically what they're getting ready to do is the same thing they did in I think it was Vietnam. Let me see if I can get an article on that. But this is happening right now, and I just woke up this morning. That article was on my phone front page news. Uh, bank accounts. Yeah, it says the State Bank of Vietnam deactivated and froze over 86 million bank accounts as part of the national data cleansing campaign aimed at eliminating fraudulent or inactive accounts and combating cyber crime. So we've been telling people that this is the way that they was all going to be moving towards, man. This is the new way, okay? Uh, and I think that was a report here too as well. I think I put it in the last one, or one of the sit downs that I was talking about. Yeah, that's another thing. If you check out my other page, Taking the Kingdom 144, uh, that's where I put, my week my weekly lessons at, okay, or commentating on articles. I put them on Taking the Kingdom 144. All right. So I'm out here doing the work. Okay. Um, yeah, I was going into what was I going? Oh yeah. So the banks here in America, this was another. See, they keep on coming after the banks because this is how they get ready to push that chip. All right, they're gonna take away your house. They're gonna take away uh, your your way to work, right? And they can do that in a heartbeat, all right, just by flipping the off switch, and it's already danger close to no more petrol being in America, all right. But they're not going to tell you that. What they're going to do is they're going to let what they call that black swan event happen, which is the collapse of society, man. Okay, and in hopes of turning it back on, but it's never coming back, right? So that's their blind spot. That's what they can't see, and they have this whole thing of rise from out of the ashes like the phoenix, and it's even painted inside their UN building. All right, that mural is. So we know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with Esau Edom. America X for bio data. And that's basically what Vietnam did. The same thing, man. Yep. Banks in America can ask for your bio data, biometrics like Face ID, fingerprints, and personal background data. And this stuff can be looked up. I remember when they changed the India system, all right? They made people bring in what is it, counterfeit bills and arrest those people, right? So that got rid of their money. And then on top of that, they had some type of what was it? During the vid, they changed over their IDs. It was no more like paper IDs. They was giving everybody retina scans, and they put them on the system. I can't remember the name of the system because it was so long ago. Theirs was like eight 8 to 9 years ago. They switched over, right, to this model that Japan has or China has. Okay, with the, the debit credit system. What is not debit, but the man, in this case, oh, the carbon system. That's one of them, and the other one is on how you act. They made that a system too, so you act civilized outside, and that's definitely coming here. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, that don't know how to act, man, that's gonna be your worst nightmare. Okay, damn, what is the name of that system over there? Let me see. Social social credits system. That's what it is. Yeah, so that's coming here too. But first, they're gonna snatch all your money. All right. So let me get a couple of articles on that, man, because these are things that our people don't know about. All right. So I'll go here first. Give me a second. It's just so much happening, man. So much. Yeah, and then the beef, it's getting decimated now. All right, by the screw worm. All right, which breeds all worms come from flies. That's of that caliber, like maggots. So yeah. All right. So this Proverbs 11:4 says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." So these are the things that we getting ready to experience, right? Right. That's not the one I wanted, but that's one of them. And then this one also, uh, gold and silver in the street. And that's why we was telling Jake, man, the bag ain't where it's at. It ain't about the bag. It's about cleaning yourself up from the inside out. Okay. And we kept on telling Jake that, and what happened? Oh, no go, man. They act like they don't know. Okay. Ezekiel 7 and 9, 7 and 19, right? Read it in the NLT. We definitely in those days, man. And if you can't feel it, and if you ain't prophesying about it, hey, it's all on you, man. It's all on you. But this is what we was called to do. All right, we were called to labor in what? In this truth. That means search out the scriptures, run the articles or the events of the day through the scriptures, man. That way you'll be able to gauge where we are. Okay, and then when you come to the gospels of who the Gentiles is, so on and so forth, who's coming into the inner court of the kingdom of heaven, where it counts the most. Okay? It's those people, okay? The one that follow who the world ignorant calls JC, okay? And we're led by Yahweh Shai, okay? And given the mysteries of the kingdom, man, so to speak. All right. And that should bring you joy. Lord's will. I'm one of those men, and the elder apostles and everybody. Lord's will, we all are in that number. All right. But it's a very beautiful and joyous event in order to see the workings of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And it ain't going in too good for you Edomites, man. It's going there. But let me read this real quick. This is Ezekiel 7:19. All right. It says, they will throw their money in the streets, tossing it out like worthless trash. Their silver and gold won't save them on that day of the Lord's anger. You will neither satisfy nor feed them, for the greed can only trip them up. All right. And that's what's getting ready to come this way. All right. Bank accounts will be closed. All right. Just like I read, this is their plan. All right. When these bank accounts close, man, you're gonna be off grid, so to speak, until you go down there to your nearest chipping station. All right. So you can't let your hunger overtake you, and you can't let your lust of funds, all right, dividends, greenback, uh, skrilla, okay, paper, all right, ones, okay. You can't let that deteriorate you from the end result of this all. All right, this system is trash, man. Okay, let these people have their paper, their scribbler. All right, let them have what they crave. All right, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, as the Lord would say. All right, but in these days, man, this is why it's not going to save you, man. They got a whole heap of trouble coming down the pipe, right? Esau Edom got to fix himself, and he don't know how to. Okay, he don't know how to, and it's all right because this is going to bring him ultimate ruin, devastation. Okay, him trying to set up this pseudo world. All right, this prison, open world prison, so to speak. You can't go over. You can't go that far. Can't go like a dog with one of them fence collars on. You know what I'm saying? It gets shot if it goes beyond the boundary, so it doesn't. You know, and it's definitely what a 15-minute city is. It's definitely where we're going with the agriculture here. Okay, like I said, grocery stores are going to run off of this tokenization bullshit, man. Okay, if people really knew what tokenization was, man, it's coupons. That's all it is, man. It's digital coupons. Okay, you want to pay your water bill? Well, you have to have allocated funds pointed to that, and that's through what the tokenization of what of said currency, which is CBDCs. Right, that's what it's going to be all about. This world is not going to be geared for people that was born in 1960 something anymore, or even the 50s. It's their mind can't even fathom that. It's going too fast as it is right now. Okay, they're still trying to read regular newspapers. They're still watching the news that's scripted on TV. All right, they're stuck in a bubble. Okay, they don't understand to use the world, don't abuse the world. But this is going to straighten all that out, man. Okay, where we have to come away from the world, so to speak. And if you was privy to this, this is what you would start doing already. Okay, preparing yourself, like it says in the scripture. Said, let's get that. You gotta prepare yourself, man. Ecclesiastes 2:1. All right, because the Lord told you to. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Right. So as I'm doing this ministry, on to people that have ears to hear, eyes to see. All right. This is what I had to prepare myself for, man. You know, leaving this world because we might not have a roof over our head come the end of this year, man. All right. Might not have uh, transportation, okay, lights. All right. But Lord will, the Lord sees fit to take care, right? His servants, and we know that he would. He's a man that wouldn't lie. And that's what he said he was going to do, right? This is Isaiah 65 and 13 to 25. All right. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, right? Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Why? You got these two fools here, okay? Deacon nasty and I don't know facade, okay? Nasty work, man. That's done. Okay. But these are the people that spew madness, man. Okay. And they think that the Lord is going to help them in the day of the Lord. No, man. You try to crucify the Lord afresh, man. Okay. And things are it's not gonna turn out the way you want. Okay. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right. Just like the tribes that came back across the border, they brought their kids to the murderer. All right. And we've seen it. We've seen an example of it. What is the Cuban nationals that was singing for Donald Trump? And now he's talking about taking over Cuba. He cut off all oil to them. They're sitting over there in the dark. They don't have no food, no medicine. Got the best doctors in the world. Okay. But he's talking about going over there and just taking it from him because why? The so-called white man thinks that anybody that's not of his origin, all right, can't think for themselves and don't know what they're doing in life. Okay. Damn a business. They don't think that we know how to think, man. They don't think that we know how to function without them. And they're sadly mistaken. All right. That whole veil has been lifted off the covering cast to the people, just as the Lord said, man. Okay, so since that whole veil is lifted off, we know, right? The small remnant know who we are, and we're not taking that no. Okay, we're not listening to Esau, tell us that we're lesser when they're made up IQ system. I forget the name of that thing where they measure your skull and all that too. That's even made up, man. These people are the lowest of low, man. All right. The scriptures tell you that. It says, and ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord power shall slay thee and call his servants by another name, right? That he who blesses himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Lord of truth. Okay. Well, in the power of truth, Salaki. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the power of truth, right? We know them as Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai, because the former troubles are forgotten, because they are hid from mine eyes. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. So this place is going to go away. All right. All right. And we're going to be new upon the earth. All right. Because the Israel that you know on this side, they look like the trash that you see over there now. But when we come back down afresh, all right, you're going to be looking at not new, but the new Israel on earth. Okay. Once again, okay. And the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind, but be ye glad and rejoice, all right, forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and in her people a joy, right? And I will rejoice in Jerusalem and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. Okay, so this is what's going to happen long term, all right, for the people uh, 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 that hold fast to not taking that MOTB that they're trying to spring out on everybody. All right, let's go to Revelations 13. This is the trap. Whether people know it or not. And I don't think the people in those Christian churches, man, I don't know. I I couldn't tell you what you're doing. If you're in the Christian church in this 2026, right, and you still have premonition that a virgin birth occurred. Yes, a virgin birth did occur, but it occurred through normal practices of being pregnant. The only thing that was, you know, so rare in occurrence was the spirit that came upon, all right, the woman with child to have that child with the spirit of Yahweh. I don't know what fairy tale you, but I whatever. I'm gonna go on that. But yeah, so this is where the Christian church is. They're stuck in mysticism, right? And not fact that the true and living power can do anything. And when he does anything, he tells you the thing that he has done or the thing that he is getting ready to do. Okay. And he just, they don't understand that the questions that need to be answered are in the book itself. Man. Okay. He only brought one man here. All right. Without a mother or father. And his name was Melchizedek. Melchizedek Salaki. All right. Prince of Tide. Okay. And yeah, I'm not gonna make this about that, but that's just something that was on my mind. But I'll go down to Revelations 13 and 14, right? It says, and deceived them that dwelled on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of beast, right? So these miracles that he's doing now, right, with the with the C-hip brain chip, okay, telling people that you'll be able to upload what was the last corny thing he said? You'll be able to upload uh, martial arts, languages. They'll know that you're sick before you're sick. So much. Yes, man. They even know your thought before you even go ahead and do it. And people are actually gonna fall for it, man. They're gonna fall for it and they're gonna get devoured because of it. And that's when you have to say, hey, to each his own, man. Okay. But this is where the warning goes out. We're telling you that a sword is sharpened. It's sharpened for your sword destruction. And this is one of the swords that is sharpened, okay, to get at your currency, right? Take it, strip it away from you. All right. You can kiss your 401ks goodbye. They let this all be known, man. They're not even lying about it no more. They said that the older people that went back to work are going to have to pay out into Social Security for me. I already know I'm not getting Social Security because the way that the system is functioning, but it's people in Babylon the Great that really think that this place is going to go on, and it's not. Okay, they're living like Babylonians. Okay, Timothy's father. Okay, they won't let go of this place. They sat in this place for too long and then they forgot. They forgot that they was Israelites, the people of the Lord. Okay. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And now they're getting ready to be destroyed and ruined. Okay. Because they couldn't turn their face back to the living power. It says turn and face your offense. Hey, if you in this ministry, okay, and you came up underneath the apostles of great millstone, you turn and face your offense, man. But we know people that can't do that. And when you can't do that, that's pride, man. Pride is going to do a lot of things to you. Going to take you down. Going to take you out. All right. And the thing of it all is, you're not supposed to have no emotions. All right. In this thing of ours. And when I say that, I'm talking about the way that the world would. Yeah, everybody has emotions, but it's all supposed to be predicated and based off wisdom. All right, from the scriptures, man. All right. Know who your enemy is, man. Not everything's a battle. Not everything's a fight. Okay. But where Esau Edom, it is. All right. So let me go back. All right. Verse 14. It says, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Okay. So the club of Rome, the ways that that old system worked, all right, they reinstituted it, re-implemented it, okay, and they had, all right, because this is the second leg of Rome. That first leg died, this is the second leg, but now they're trying to further it even more with what these sea hips, man. All right, this is what's going to make the beast live, all right, on forever, all right, is through what? Them snatching your data and putting you into the Internet of Things, right? And that way they can put their laws, their statutes, and commandments on you. All right. It's just like Nebuchadnezzar, all right, trying to get the prophets to kneel to the statue of him. All right. While the procession was coming. All right. You had to get down on the ground. Okay. And they want the same thing again. And when you get down on the ground this time, it's by way of the seer being put into you, make their system go because you're going to be the battery in it. Okay. When I say the battery in it, energy, meaning your time, your efforts, everything's it's going to be a guaranteed push for the system. All right. This is something implemented by them to make their system stay intact and in place. And we know that their system is going down because Yahweh Shai has ruled over the whole earth. Okay. And that's the bottom line. These people can't be in rulership. Any technology that comes out by Esau Edom is a death sentence. Okay. And you know that because the man that invented the sea hip, he even told you himself that what? That it would create boils underneath your skin, okay, because of that battery, lithium, okay. The chemical lithium will seep out of that battery and into your body, and you will get cancer, tumors, and boils. Okay. Said system trying to come online in your body, and they already put the first part in the operating system. Okay. Is it a chip? Yes, it's a chip. So what does the chip need? It needs a circuit board, a motherboard. All right. And guess who's the motherboard? You, if you took the graphene, you know what? The vid 19 source. Okay. So this thing is real. It's happening. It's going down. All right. That would definitely not make you biological anymore. All right. You're not of the Lord. It's almost like man, say, man, be doing work overtime, but Avatar, man, right? The metal was forbidden, okay, on that planet. Everything was nature based because the deity Awa, okay. It's coincidence, right? No. But the entity Awa in that movie only could work with organisms, okay, bioorganisms, and nothing else, man. So it's they trying to make make a transhuman. This stuff sounds so fucking corny as movies, man. But you know, this is the mind of Esau Edom. Let's get that in Psalms 2. Let me see if I read some more of this. Yeah, let me read down some more, and then I get Psalms 2. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should speak, and cause that all as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of Israelites, all right, that could perish, man, all right, of the hopeful elect could perish, all right. But there's going to be a lot of people that died, period. Okay, that's because they're not going to take to see him, all right. And just because you don't take to see him, don't make you the hopeful elect, man, all right. But it's the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that makes you the hopeful elect, okay. And those hopeful elect won't take the microchip, but you're gonna have Jake that won't take it neither. Right? Are they of the hopeful elect? I don't know. Okay, but 2/3 of our people are going to burn and perish. Okay, for taking that microchip. And those are the ones that I'm talking to. Okay, you're gonna die. Okay? That's like if you don't take it, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. And the whole objective, really, I'll tell you, is to get rid of the black and brown people, right? All right. You take the sea hip, you're gonna perish. You don't take it, you're gonna perish. See how the Lord got it going and coming? Because ultimately you need him. And if you don't have that name, that strong tower to run into, you out of here. You done. Up in smoke. All right. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast of the number of his name, right? And those microchips are patented 666. Okay, so if you take that, then you wrote the number of the beast on yourself, all right, and it's evident, all right. I don't know if they scrubbed that from the internet or not, but back in the day, it was so easy to look up, man. Okay, and pretty much anything that the devil patent got the 666 on it. All right, just to let you know, that's what John seen. Okay? Number 666 goes back to Shai Stai stigma, okay, which means the exile Christ. Okay? And that's what he's doing. Look at this, the program, man. Blatant. That's why I put predictable E, man. Predictable. It's blatant. What did he say to this new Noah something Yarari? Okay, Yuval Yahari. That's it. Noah Yuval Yahari. That demon. Okay, saying that he can stop droughts from happening. Okay, they can make a better food than the Most High. They already showing you that with the new bread that they making, taking the wheat germ out of it, right? On people's bodies, okay? Spraying glyphates on the food. Shit, they doing a good job, right? Everybody getting cancer, everybody getting fat, except for these other countries that's out of America, all right? Because they don't uh, approve of the practices that's done by the Satanist here, okay? These lobbyists, they pay that money to, well, these corporations pay the money to the lobbyists to have these particular bills passed on the Senate floor. Okay. And this is why the people the world over, they don't know what's wrong with the American people. The American people are poisoned. Okay. They're going to sleep. They docile, man. Everything that they push here in America is for convenience, but it's for your death. Evidence. It's all being shown. Okay. And it's not stopping. All right. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Okay. So like I just said, that's how you know who is the beast. All right. And it's predictable E. None of his plans are new. All of them are old. All right. His whole chip system, all right, is him setting up the Tower of Babel, just like the Hamites tried to do. Okay. With what's his name? Nimrod. Okay. And they fell. Then you got these peckerheads trying the same tactic. Okay. It's not gonna work. Collapse is coming, man. It's hit, matter of fact. It says, let me go straight to the point. This is Revelation 14:6. And it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God. Right? That's what does it say? To fear God is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Right? So, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of fornication, right? So this is why the devastation is coming here. Why? Because they push this inadequate practice of democracy. All right, it's not working. Democracy is basically shaking your hand with the right and stabbing you with the left. It's a practice that Edom uses daily. All right, just like the common Joe six pack goes into a convenience store, calls everybody the N word. Okay, not once, not twice, but several times. Okay, talks about killing you, you nothing. Okay, but the moment you slap his ass, what is he? He the victim. He doesn't know what happened. Why did that happen to him? You see, and this is the MO of the so-called white man. You ain't tough. You ain't tough, man. And the Lord going to deal with you. Then when he deals with you, then he going to let everybody else deal with you. Okay. When it comes to Jeremiah 50 and 51. All right. And Isaiah the 35th chapter. All right. This place is going down. You're out of here, Esau. Done. All right. Your little corny ideas of tracking people, taking their money. Right? We don't give a shit. Do it all. Hurry up. I got somewhere to be and I got something to attend to. Okay. and and you gonna love it. You gonna love it. Esau, you gonna love it. All right. We'll see you there. All right. It's verse 9. It said, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Take that chip, you take that C hip, all right. And if you with the IUIC, man, you better leave now. Okay, you've been warned, you've been told for years on end. Y'all scoff, y'all make mockery of the men of the Lord underneath GMS. Okay, when they started presenting the C hip around, all right, even back in the day, it was no GMS. All right, the elder apostles, okay, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar, let it be known that the C hip was the MOTB. And lo and behold, hey, it started rolling from there, man. Okay, the documentaries, okay, uh, documentaries, Salaki, and the revealing of this devil that made the C hip. I can't remember this dude's name, but he himself he invented it. All right, the Lord put the spirit on him to invent it, and then when he invented it, the Lord took the spirit off of him and then put a thought in his mind to read this. And when he read it, the guy got terrified of his own invention. And he turned away from science and went straight into being a devout plantation Christian. Okay. So I mean, look, man, it's no marvel. We hit it. This is where it's gonna all culminate to. All right. The article that I read, what you see the other governments in the world doing, what is it over there in some places in Africa, uh, their 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 currency system's been decimated. It's gone. Okay. What is the name of that place that had all the currency that's like going around on the floor? It was no money. Okay. And that's soon to happen here to Babylon the Great. Why? To push you into that funneling process, that choke point. Okay. The second Ezra 6:22. Let's go there. That's definitely happening. You know, we just here to bring out and tell people what's going on, man, and tell you to be forewarned and get laced up. You know, put on the whole armor of the Most High. Ephesians 6 would say, right? Because Satan is roaming around out there, seeking whom he may devour. All right, and we don't push feel good moments over here. We're telling you destruction will occur to you and your family. All right, if the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are, learned and ascertained to. Okay, withheld. Okay, celebrating your birthday, it's frowned on, man. Keep on telling people that. All right, celebrating these holidays, frowned on, man. Keep on telling people that. But no avail, man. People don't like what you tell them. So for that, they're gonna be sticks in the fire. Right. Second Ezra 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right. And this is what's getting ready to fastly approach. All right. July 4th. I wanna see these Negroes how they respond to this. Beef price jumped up, man. They sky high now, and you never get no more meat. Okay, no more meat. I got some investigations to do because they said that we already started eating mealworms and crickets and shit like that, man. But they disguised it as grain, so pasta and stuff. But I'm gonna do some more research on that. But yeah, man, we at the end. This is it, man. All right. So they know that it's going to be a significant food shortage to the point of them having to another choke point reason. Okay. And that's what they create with these Black Swan events, choke points. All right. Where you have to go and ask them for things. Right. And since you're going to ask them for something, what they're going to do is first go line up and get that chip. Like I said, I do it in the last week's show. This is going to be the normalcy. This is what they want you to get used to. You want to go to work, you're going to have to take the chip. You're going to have to access your bank account, you're going to have to take the chip. You ride public transportation, you're going to have to take the chip. All right. You want to go to the public bathroom, you're going to have to take the chip. You want to own your house, you want to rent an apartment, you're going to have to take the chip. You want to drive your car, you're going to take the chip. Okay. Also, everything's tokenized. You want something to drink? The chip. All right. We already showed those CVS stores, and it was some more stores, and now it's even more. Okay. What do you think? Walmart. Get some drawers. Because that's the area when the men's section is the section with the underwear, t-shirts, the socks, the little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Deodorant, lotion, soap, which is all chemicals, anyways. That's another topic in itself. But all those things are going to be accessible through what? You see him, man. Okay. So this is the world that Esau Edom wants. He wants everything to be policed by him. So he can tell you, like I said, they already think that we can't think for ourselves. So they're gonna be able to herd us around like cattle once again. Okay. But it's on you. It's on the hopeful elect, all right, to come out of this place and serve Yahweh Shem Shai and go back to him wholeheartedly. All right. Truth and sincerity and fearing, you know, the name of Yahweh Shem Shai help you out tremendously, man. Okay? When it comes to learning the knowledge of wisdom and understanding. But you gotta base yourself in order to learn. And look, that's what these other cats they showed you, man. They never based themselves, and that's why the warning was always that they was not going to be able to go forward, even though they had gained so much bad fruit. Okay, because these are people that walk wholeheartedly into the flames. Okay, and that's what the Lord prescribed for righteous men to do is pull people out of the flames. But we can only do so much. Like a question that was posed to me, uh, where are the leaders? Where are the leaders? Where are the men? Okay, that's supposed to be the nation. I say we're here. We tell you what to do. You go ahead and do it. See, our people have got so lazy where they think that people have to lead them around by the hand. That's not how it works, man. You're gonna have to get to it, man. You want to be led. I'm not your leader. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is your leader. All right, I'm telling you this to recover him out of the was it right? This Isaiah 34:16. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord," all caps, right? Because it's whose book? It's Yahweh's book. Okay, and read. None of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For our mouth it have mended, and his spirit it hath gathered them. All right. So if you're not reading, then the spirit can't gather you onto what? Onto the house of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Then you won't do what? You won't learn the mysteries. And if you don't learn the mysteries, then you won't know who their enemy is. You don't know what their whole end game is going to be. Okay. Very important, man, to listen to men that have the spirit abundantly put on them so they can lead in such manner, okay? By way of what? Using the scriptures, the script, okay? We tell you what's in the script and you act it out. We act it out as we read it, okay? We do the things that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai commanded us. Bottom line. And if you ain't gonna do it, that's how you get ousted, man. That's how you don't have the spirit of the Lord upon you. That's how the Lord doesn't help you in the end. All right. If you don't follow the ways of Yahweh and Shah. All right. So don't take that chip. Be circumspect, as scriptures always say, you know, and do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All day, every day. Cease from not praying, especially in these days, okay? There's all manner of wickedness around you. Don't trust nobody. All right. The Lord is coming back to let's get it. I'll get it. It's Luke 12:51, right? It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division." So this is what he's coming back with. So yeah, your household, people that you say is your friends. This is it. This is the end of the line, man. All right, don't let nobody take your crown from off your head, man. and roll with the punches, man. Okay, get some stamina about you, right? Because woo, man, having conversations with Christians and whole cab alone, ooh, you definitely need some footwork, man. You know, and it's not for dodging. It's just to cut off the ring on this chump. Okay, same questions all the time. Who can make it? Virgin birth. Uh, 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 and how do you know that you are Israelites? You don't have records, and all those questions can be answered in the scriptures, but it comes up time and time again. It's like a continuous loop, all right, that plantation Christians are stuck in, man. And that's because the Lord has blinded them, man. All right. They can't get out of the paper bag, so to speak. Okay. So with the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you obtain from talking to said men, all right, like the elder apostles on down, you get this you get the wisdom from the spirit that's on them, man. And then you become baptized in the word of the Lord, man. Just hold forth, man. Just hold fast to it, man. Hold fast to it, man. It's going to see us through. Okay? As the scriptures say. All right? Let me grab this. Because destruction is coming. It's coming. It's coming. But hey, you're going to be forged in the fire, man. That means that he's going to take, all the impurities away during this rough time. Let me grab this. This is Isaiah 43 and 2. Uh, yeah, grab NLT. It says, I'll read from one. It says, but now thus said the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by the name, thou art mine. So Israel is who? Is the Lord's. Okay. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Right? And this is what he's talking about. Because we have water to the left or water to the right, right? But if you walk straight in the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, none of these dangers will come upon you. It says, for I am, right? The Lord, all caps, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee, right? Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee and people for thy life. So we're going to get servants, okay? Man, it's all written here, man. If you can't see this, I don't know what you need to get out of or around said people and places, man. It says, fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thee thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to thee, north, to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, my daughters from the ends of the earth, even every one that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. Okay, so hey, he's telling you right out. Israel got it. 100%. I'm talking about the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. But ultimately, all of Israel, okay, will be saved in that light. So, hey, this is basically, hey, predictable E is so predictable. Hey, you got to dodge his traps, man. We telling you, this man is getting ready to collapse the system that you knew best all your life. And it's already happened. The Lord is collapsing the health side of his enterprise right now as we speak. Okay? More natural cures is being found out daily, man. Daily. Okay, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is revealing. All right, and Elder Apostle's been revealing it for 30 plus years. So with that, you know, stay on the lookout, man. Be circumspect, as the scriptures say, and always keep on the hold on the Lord with prayer, fasting, yes, exaltation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah. Let us and double on us to the elder apostles of great millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. With that, I want to say shalom.